County, Ohio, where police respond to a reported shooting, allegedly sparked by a neighborly dispute.
That sounds like the suspect is still on the scene. There's heavy verbal trouble. Our call taker is trying to get the family member to go.
I think it's next door. What's going on? What's going on?
Somebody's been shot.
Okay.
Police identify the suspect seen here as 24-year-old Cole Hornsby, who witnesses said lives in the building here.
Was it you? Let me see your hands. Give me your hands.
Hands behind your back, buddy.
Got him.
That nigga didn't have no comment. Nope.
Steps away, first responders find Cole's neighbor, identified as 40-year-old Theodore Block, suffering from multiple apparent gunshot wounds, according to police. Investigators would later determine the unarmed grandfather was shot in the back 12 times.
Sector 32. Check.
Is he breathing?
With the squad's in Raleigh. The squad's in Raleigh. Is this your husband?
No, that's my stepdad. Is he breathing?
Just hang out right there for 1 second,
Is he
okay?
breathing?
I'm going to check him real quick, all right? Just hang out right there, okay?
Theodore was pronounced dead on the scene a short time later, as several of his family members gathered next door.
Talk to her before she run. That's stepdaughter.
Is she leaving?
That's stepdaughter, but...
Back with the suspect, police prepare to escort him to jail.
What's your name? You've been SWAT in. Where's the gun at? Where's the gun at, man?
Yeah, you can't say nothing.
We're ready to jump in. You can give it a regard. I'll be responding. 987, that's clear. 982, did you copy?
I did. If you would send me the details, please.
Clear.
Got it?
Yep. 15, you on the scene today, advised that the mail secured.
He looked like the Toy Story kid that was blowing up toys.
Victor 31 males in custody.
Male is in custody at 1822. We've got a supervisor en route, and squad has been advised to respond in.
Which car are you? This is mine. Are you hurt at all? What are you doing, man?
Huh? I'm taking everything you got.
Are you hurt at all? What do you mean?
Get in the car.
Put my belt back on, man.
No, get in the car.
Why are you putting that belt
Because
on?
I'm taking everything you got.
No, you're not.
Sit down.
Jesus Christ, dude. You're not taking everything I got.
Cole is secured in a patrol car as medics arrive on scene.
Next one over. Next one over.
Side yard?
Yeah, over here, next door, behind this house.
Hey, hey, go down. Go down. Go down. Go down.
That's one thing, you little niggas out here want to do crimes, you gotta go to that county, you gotta spread them cheeks, you gotta cough, nigga, and they gonna treat you like a dog in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want his belt getting taken off. He might not seen the purpose in that, but nigga, they gonna take your shoes off and you going to jail, dusty, crusty, and musty, and no, you can't get no phone call, none of that shit, nigga. So thankful you do shit out here now.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm looking. Right here.
Almost.
We just need to get out. Ma'am.
I'm fine.
I understand that, but right now they got to work with him, okay? We're gonna work.
Breathing.
Just come sit with me for a second. Okay?
Did you guys catch that him?
Yes. It was the neighbor, right?
Yeah, he had black
Short
shirt,
hair?
jeans. Yeah. He shot him like 5 times. He's. Is my husband breathing? Please, he's doing it now. I can't.
We're gonna keep on.
I want to be over there.
I know. But right now, you gotta let them work, okay?
We had to pull out the
I'm
oxygen.
gonna sit you down over here on the porch, okay?
Yeah, I was right there. Yeah, I took off running because he pulled out a gun and started shooting.
Okay, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like you're not hit or anything, right?
No.
You guys want to hang out with her for a minute? You probably need to get a statement from her at some point. I'm sure they're going to take her to CIS.
Yes.
Is he coming there too?
No, I'm not sure what the medics are doing. I know that the bad guy's in custody right now, so I'm not sure what the medics are doing.
They're not telling us anything.
Well, they don't know anything yet.
I gotta go over here.
The victim's wife, who says she witnessed the shooting, gets a chance to catch her breath before investigators question her further.
So, are you the one that called 911? Can you tell me what happened?
We heard a gunshot. We went over there. The neighbor came outside and I came outside. My husband was cutting the tree that fell.
Okay.
And he went over there and told him to put the gun away. He doesn't need a gun because he came over here. We called the cops on him once before. He came over, he was pointing a bow and arrow at me. And my husband said, "You're f***ing crazy. You pointed a bow and arrow at my wife. You don't need a gun." And he started running his mouth. I said, "Ted, we'll just go call the cops." And Ted's like, so Ted, my husband started walking away, and then he said something. My husband turned around and he just shot him.
Okay. And did you see that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard that right. Witnesses say Theodore was cutting the tree seen here when Cole allegedly fired his gun in the backyard. That's when Theodore, who was reportedly babysitting his grandchildren at the time, approached Cole to ask him to stop before the suspect allegedly turned his aim toward his neighbor. Now, police next door continue.
That's crazy. So, this is not even like, you know, a lot of people might consider this country, this might be like somewhere like in a small town or something like this. This is not country enough to where you're far enough from your neighbor to just be shooting like that, bro. And then it's like you live all the way over in that building. He's cutting the tree all the way over here. You know? Like, and he shot a shot. And he don't want you shooting fucking bullets. And you probably in city limits or something like that. You probably shouldn't even be shooting. And then all because of that, after you pointed a bow and arrow at his wife, that's why you get your own gun, man. Man, fuck that. Man. But then what you gonna do? You gotta kill him first. You know what I'm saying? And all you trying to do is cut the fucking tree. He must own that shit. Cause if he cutting the tree, nigga, you supposed to let the landlord cut the tree or something, nigga. You don't cut the tree at no rental. He might be renting though. Ain't no telling. Probably, I don't know. I imagine he might own and do probably rent that building over there. Whether that's from them or not, I don't think it's from them, but I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
allegedly
crazy.
turned his aim toward his neighbor. Now, police next door continue trying to figure out what happened here.
Did he get the gun?
No, I checked him. It's probably...
No. So, dude actually had to have came over there to talk to him. And it's like, you on my property or something like that. And he shot him.
I think he lives up in here. So it's...
Yeah, he said he left and came back.
What? He was standing right here with his hands in his pockets. Staring. They said after he shot him, he went back into his house and then came back outside. So...
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure he lives up here in this building.
Do we have multiple GSWs?
We have 2 in the left upper leg and 3 in the stomach, and we believe 1 more in the right ear.
Okay.
Seconds later, the property landlord and suspected relative of Cole's arrives on scene.
But I need to know if you did hear or see anything at all. Okay.
That's the dude who shot him.
Do you live around here? You just
I own this property.
all of it?
No, I own from over. I don't own that building. I don't own that house there. I own this place.
Okay. Do you have a tenant that lives here?
Yes.
What's his name?
Cole Morgsby.
Okay. Okay.
So he owns this white house, but not that brick house, and this little white garage house. Damn. Damn, that's... Man, what the fuck? Where was we at, bro? Man. Here we go.
Okay. Do you have a tenant that lives here?
Yes.
What's his name?
Cole Morgsby.
Okay. I'm going to ask you if you could stick around and be present for us, because we're probably going to have to come back and ask some questions, okay?
Okay.
So.
Is he here?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my suspect's dad is over there. He owns the property, okay? Just for
So
spitting it out there so I'm not the only one.
this gentleman lives here. His wife is on the porch.
Okay.
The female homeowner from here is where? Because she's not over there.
Okay. Well, she might be.
So if she's inside, we just want to make sure, A, there's no more shooting victims.
Let's knock
B,
on the window and see if there's anybody.
if there's any.
Police realize another potential witness is nearby and attempt to talk to her.
Okay, you just need to take a breath.
I'm just freaked out.
Okay, so you rent this house?
I rent this house.
Okay, does somebody rent this garage?
The guy that shot him rents that house.
Okay, okay, so the young guy.
What happened?
Well, we're gonna have detectives come.
Okay,
and they're gonna
we'll have them
come talk
up
to you.
there.
I don't want you to keep telling me 5 different times, so I'm gonna let you catch your breath, compose yourself a little bit. It's kind of a scary situation.
Yes, very scary.
Okay.
Very scary.
So the deceased actually lives in the house next door. His wife is over there on the front porch. Okay. This gentleman lives up here. They had an altercation about a tree. The deceased was cutting up a tree that had fallen down. He comes out, they exchange words. He shot him.
Next, another officer gets a chance to speak with a paramedic who shares more details she says came from the victim's wife.
Going into a yard to cut down a dead tree and have your neighbor come out and shoot you.
Is that what happened?
She says, I think his name is Mark. Apparently,
so there's this tree right here.
This tree here is in their yard. Yep. He was going out to cut it down because you can see it's dead.
Yep.
And the guy came out, and I guess in the past, he's tried to hit her with a bow and arrow. Well, today he came out and started a fight, according to his wife. She came out to find out what's going on. His wife came out to find out what's going on, and he went and got a gun. And he said, put the gun away. This isn't anything you need a gun for.
Right.
And then he shot him, I guess, 3 times from what she said. And she's the one that called 911. And she said, I don't know where his wife went. Is she still there? And I'm like,
she saw the whole thing?
She did. Yeah, and she called 911.
Witnesses say Cole allegedly threatened the victim's wife in the past by pointing a bow and arrow at her, an alleged incident one officer wants to know more about.
So she goes, I think his name is Mark.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't even know your neighbor's name, and he killed your husband?
Right.
For cutting down a dead tree?
Very odd.
Yeah, she said that she thinks...
I mean, most people don't know their neighbors' names. Memorize them. Unless you've been there for years.
He came back from the military and was really not right in head.
So all this started over cutting down a tree? Do you know the neighbor at all?
I mean, they've had problems before, and they've called the cops on him before.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And we heard that he just got out of prison and everything, and he didn't have his mind. But other than that, but my mom, he's pointed a bow and arrow at my mom before, and I think that's when they called the
just told me.
cops.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think he. I don't know.
How long have they lived there?
He just moved in. He just got out of prison.
So it's recent, like 3 months ago. That's all it started when he moved here.
Yeah.
I heard this guy threatened you with a bow and arrow before too. Wow.
He's weird. Like he can look in his eyes and see crazy.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. He had it.
Said white boy shit.
I thought he had like a.
Just doing shit to do it.
Yeah. It was all started cutting the tree down.
No, my husband was cutting the tree down, yeah, and we heard the gunshot. He went over there, and he lost his life over.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So is it like 4 houses there, or is this little tan house that house that was there next to that white garage thing? I thought it was another little house. So it's like 4 houses there. It's 3 in that garage. Cause that's a different neighbor though. Like
I told him just to leave him alone too. Just walk away and call the cops.
my thing is though, like, so he's cutting this tree here, is what I assume. But he walked all the way over there to basically that garage, right? And it's like at that point you kind of on his property. It's like, why he walk all the way over there to confront somebody with a gun? Like, I would. That ain't how you confront somebody with a gun. You don't walk up on. You know what I'm saying?
Does anybody talk to that coward neighbor over there?
Which one?
What is she called?
That coward neighbor over there?
Coward?
Which one?
They said they couldn't find her. She was right there when it happened.
Okay, so I guess I got lost in translation. I was assuming it was his wife. So a female lives in the house.
Yeah.
And he lives in the white garage.
Yeah, he harasses her. She came outside and said, I'm terrified of this guy, he's got a gun.
Okay.
So that's why my
that was
husband,
today too?
Yeah, that's why my husband went over there. Because we all heard the gunshot and she walked outside like freaking out.
Well, I know they were trying to preserve the crime scene as much as possible before the detectives got here. So I know that regardless, by the end of all this, she'll be talked to. So.
She was right there.
Did she leave?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Right when my husband got shot, I fell on the ground.
Yeah.
And then I took off and started calling 911 and ran inside.
Did he run off anywhere when it happened?
Yeah, he took off that way. And then I came inside. I came inside and called 911 and I peeked out my back door and he was shaking my husband. He came back.
Yeah. So he ran off down the street or to the field?
I don't know.
Just that direction?
That direction.
Okay. Because I know they have not recovered a gun yet. So
they haven't recovered a gun.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, where you could ditch the gun.
He took off that way.
Okay.
It was a handgun.
Okay. Was it black, silver?
Black. All black. I mean, I was terrified he was going to shoot me too.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what's going through his mind.
I know. He unloaded the clip on my husband. I heard just pop, 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 pop.
So over and over.
Why?
Unloaded the clip on him.
He didn't even put his hands on him. Because he was afraid.
A lot of things in life will never make sense.
I should have just knocked his ass out.
I know this.
Oh, I know exactly who shot him. I
know.
Pinpoint him to a T.
I know that. That's what
I can describe him to a T.
I'm saying everything you said or you heard or saw is very important right now to write down.
I don't care if there's a gun or not. I know what I saw.
Well, I know no one's doubting you at all. We got him. No one doubts you.
Back at the police station, officers prepare to lead Cole inside.
Right. You step out. We're going to walk through that black door right there, and we're going to walk through a hallway. Ready? I'm going to help you walk since you have your hands behind your back, so in case you fall forward, you don't fall on your face, okay? Nope.
You can never trust this type of hairline.
So, department policy. I'm going to come back out and grab your stuff here in a second. It's like your phone, wallet, keys, stuff like that, okay?
What did you say your name is again?
Malone.
Malone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Malone.
Yeah.
You know this song?
A lot of them, yeah.
Oh, don't be trying to be all cool now, nigga. Your ass going to jail for life.
this way right here.
Can I help you?
We're gonna get him.
In reference to what? In reference to medical fraud. In reference to a medical problem? Medical fraud.
That way?
Medical fraud.
In a second.
Where did this incident occur?
Fairfield Hospital is what the bill is for. I live in Hamilton County.
Okay. Did you make any payments on this?
No, the somebody got it.
Hey, Phil.
You gotta give me a minute.
I know.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I got the one going. So you're not out any money. Is this bill coming to you?
Yeah, it's all coming into my name and information.
Looks like you're gonna puke something.
Look like it.
I just wanna make sure.
Those, so are those unsolved murders or murders?
I don't know.
It's like murders, right?
I would assume it's like
Murderies.
maybe.
Cole was booked for first-degree murder and tampering with evidence.
Look at his forehead, man. You can never trust. Just look at this. Just crazy. Usual suspects.
After police alleged he hid the gun used in the crime. That gun was reportedly later found in a backyard shed.
No, the hospital is not in our county.
I mean, what else you supposed to do with the gun afterwards? Just leave it in plain sight.
Yes. You know where that's at?
That's the one in Hamilton.
Yes.
Yes, it's on Alpha Hanover Street.
Yeah.
That's where you need to go.
Thank you so much for your help.
Good luck. All right, well, what's going on with you?
I would assume we should probably put him in a cell.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on here while I want to.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not safe.
Let's go get safe, then I'll hold it here a second.
Okay.
You're right. Face the wall in front of you, please. The wall thing. Flip over a little bit. Look at it, okay? Did you pat him down already? Mm-hmm. Did you have anything on it?
I got the rest of his stuff in an envelope in my car.
Identification right now?
Oh yeah, you guys.
You got all that?
These are, yeah.
Put that on. No, I can't, sir. I know it's important to you, and I understand that. I'll make sure it's safe. I'm gonna put it in this envelope. I have no reason to keep it.
I'm gonna do a more thorough one.
I understand.
Nope, I took that off already.
Yeah, get your shit back at.
Okay, so he's going to remove the handcuffs as well.
Maybe one day.
Handcuff off your, whatever hand takes off of them, put your hand flat on the wall in front of you. Understand those instructions? Okay. Leave your hand on the wall until I tell you to remove it, please.
We're gonna do the same thing with this hand, okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
Step back a little bit. Keep hands on the wall. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pat you down, and I'm going to have you also remove your shoes, and I'm going to have you remove your socks. I'm going to check those out. If everything's okay, you'll be putting them back on. You understand that? Okay. Okay, go ahead and remove your socks.
Practice that? It was hard.
Do what?
Practice that? Hard to swallow.
I've been doing this about 30 years.
Where are you at practice?
Put your hands back on the wall for a second for balance. Lift up your right foot. As far as unless they want anything, as far as I'm concerned, you can have it back. That's not me making
That's like a religious thing.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. I'll make sure if I get it back to you, I'll make sure you get it
Nigga,
back.
fuck your religion.
Okay, but for now, I can't have you have anything in there while you're in the cell.
Menace.
I think you understand that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards your religion or anything like that. What time do you have, by the way?
1909.
All right, thank you. Okay, would you like to answer any medical questions at this time? No. Okay. Okay, I can figure that, that's fine. So the only reason I'm asking you medical questions is in case something happens to you, we need to know who to get a hold of, or like family-wise or something like that. That's the only reason I'm asking stuff like that. I don't know anything about your incident, don't want to know anything about your incident, I'm not going to ask you anything about your incident. So, knowing that, can you answer some of my questions now? Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna force you to do anything you don't want to do. That's not an issue. Okay. Go ahead and put him straight away. I gotta grab some keys. Put him straight away in one there.
You want with me? Just a temporary holding, okay?
Yes.
There's a sink there. Yep. And a toilet for you.
They make it later, so that's fine. Let's go watch him on the camera.
Cole was sentenced to 24 years to life behind bars. Subscribe now for
24 to life. So what is that? Is that a mandatory 24 or is that like he probably had to do the whole 24. 24 years for killing him. That's tough. That's really not, you know. I mean, it's not. It's not a terrible sentence. It's been like way worse sentences than that. But I wouldn't say that's a heavy sentence though. You know, to kill your neighbor, to try to shoot his wife with a bow. You know what I'm saying? But to life, that nigga could be in there 30 years, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Before you get an appeal or whatever. Parole or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling. But man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. That's crazy. We on the road to 100K. Okay, if you want to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications. Slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at you on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP tonight.